Welcome back to another daily episode of Free Nights and Weekends. Yo, we here. You know, we are the culture. So if you here, then you already know that you're a part of the culture. We got a few topics that we're gonna discuss for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can answer some questions. So I guess the topic of the room or what I want to ask y'all is just about life shit, about the things that we go through on a day to day. And so I guess I'm gonna start it off with you, with my nigga Ted, and let him go ahead and introduce himself, and then just give me a quick verse or a quick something about how you view life.
Okay. Yeah, what's the deal? This your man Ted Wright. You can follow me on Instagram at @IAM_Ted Wright. And I mean, how I look at life is, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. But when it comes to life, is you get out what you put in. You feel me? If you's a bad spirit and bad energy come your way. If you are a vibrant, bright light, your life is gonna shine. And that's just how I look at things. I mean, you gotta work for what you want. So the more grind you put into what you want, the faster it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at life.
Okay. You know what? That's a great perspective. So I'm gonna swing it to the left. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and swing it to the left and get a woman's perspective on Free Nights and Weekends. Listen, on Free Nights and Weekends, when we have women on this podcast, this is always special. You feel me? Because although we men and we have our own nuances of how we live life, it's always great to get the other side and understand their perspective and where they come from. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this lady introduce herself, and can you just give me a small, quick synopsis on how you view life?
Hi, I'm Tierra. You can follow me on Instagram, Tierra Ruinez Experience. The way I view life is you got to put out what you want. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here living right, giving out good energy, you going to get that. So that's how I view life. You give what you want. If I want a positive outcome, if I want to be nice, and I want to wake up happy, I got to put that energy out there so I can get that. So you are what you put out.
That's real shit. So I'm gonna swing it further to the left, and everybody has their own thoughts and opinions on different things and their mindset. And this young brother, I can say that he have grown to have more so of his own mindset on things that he research and he feel. So I want to get your perspective and go ahead and introduce yourself, my boy.
Well. I'm gonna just keep it real chill. Hey, that might be my new look.
Yes, chill.
Well.
Just keep it real chill.
Hey, merch. I'm gonna keep it real chill. I like that.
Yeah.
I can picture you with a bucket hat on or some shit.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna fuck up this.
Bucket hat.
Yeah, I gotta go with the fisherman hat.
Oh, okay.
Nice linen. Or something. But go ahead, I don't want to interrupt this man's introduction. Let's go ahead and get it.
But no, I view life like this. I look at it, man, energy, man. Energy. You gotta surround yourself around energy, positive people. You know what I'm saying? And then I learned too, like sometimes you may need the negative too to build off, and you know what I'm saying, to kind of maneuver and find different ways to you know what I'm saying, to get through life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything can't be always there, so you know, gotta be a balance.
A duality.
Yeah.
Okay. So to pivot into the question, to get into some deep shit, right? We're gonna get into some motherfucking deep shit, right?
All right.
Deep shit, okay? Because this is what we about right here, right? Okay. So listen, we all know somebody that's been incarcerated or been in prison or, you know, dealt with court cases. Okay, let's look at it from this lens. For one thing, we know that the person may be in prison, right? How does it affect the people on the outside, though, opposed to the person on the inside? I guess I want to pass this question to T. We're going to always let ladies go first. We're going to always let the queens grace the room first. So let's go ahead and queen grace the room.
Okay, to piggyback on what you just asked, I mean, it's a different type of thing that you feel because you're vulnerable with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not behind those bars with you, but I'm feeling what you feeling because you can't take care of yourself. You gotta ask me for something.
Right.
That ain't your norm. You can't get out here and hustle
Right.
and put a plan together because it's only a limitation of things that you could do behind themselves. And you know, if you ain't educating yourself and finding out things and asking people and reaching out, you ain't gonna really, you know, you can't really get nothing. So the people out here, for myself, you know, I feel vulnerable with you. I want to see what I can do out here to make you better, but it's kind of hard because we be fighting our own things. You know, we got our own families, we got our own stuff going on. Their life is different from ours, so
Right.
you can't even really, you know.
Can't even really, you know, maybe even all the way understand maybe what they're going through, but they can't even all the way understand what you going through as
For real.
because they not in the loop. So I guess I'm gonna pass this shit to Ted because I know my dog always got some deep shit to say.
I mean, like I said, man, I mean, it just depends on, you know, your values and like I said, as all of us, dog, like
Right.
young, older, like holding yourself accountable is one thing. You feel me? Because accountability is everything. You feel me? Like I said, bro, if I go out here tomorrow and I do some shit, bro, I'm just putting this on me. I got a son that I'm raising.
Right.
I just bought a crib. Like I got all these different things that I'm doing. But if I go out here and do something tomorrow and I get caught, I'm gonna hold it down, 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? If I don't get, I'm gonna try to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But and if I didn't do something, then that's when it's a different story.
Yeah.
Nah, but at the end of the day, when you inside of a fucked up, corrupted ass system that we got, you feel me? It's like, however you in there, whether you innocent, whether you not, you gotta be in that bitch 10 toes down.
Right.
And that's just life, period.
But let me
So-
ask you this shit real to pivot off what you're saying. Do you feel like you even put yourself, knowing what you know now, you got a child, you got things established for yourself, would you even put yourself in that predicament to even have to go to prison?
I mean, definitely not, man. Like, you know, just staying out of the, like, okay, when you get to your 30s, man, you didn't live 10 years in your 20s
Okay.
plus.
Plus.
So it's like, at the end of the day, bro, it's like you didn't see what type of shit going on. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. There was a point in time when I stopped hanging out, going to venues that was like on the main floor. You know what I'm saying? I started going to rooftop parties that had strict security.
Right.
Because I knew I was gonna be able to make it back home to my son.
That's what's
now
up.
being at the block parties is cool, but a nigga can start shooting from across the street, and you in there.
You feel me?
You in the
You know what I'm
midst of
saying?
it.
Now
You
you
in the
just,
middle of it.
you feel me? And then niggas hopping the gates. It's like, man, it's fun,
Yeah.
but I lived it.
Yeah.
And now, okay, I'll do that in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll go to Australia and do this.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's, hey, you know what, bro? That's so great that you said that. I love that you said that because I really want to touch on that because, man, I think about that too. Sometimes when I used to go to the strip club or be in places, and you be wondering why sometimes when niggas get money or people get money, you be thinking like, oh, they think they better than. No, it's not that. It's just that you value your life so much so that you like, well, damn. These people, when liquor and drugs get involved in places, you cannot control a group of motherfuckers sometimes. So it's like, I don't even want to put myself in a situation whereas, like he dog just said, like, a motherfucker might step on the shoe, be mad over his bitch, anything, get the shooting, nah, I'm dead. I can't never make it home to my baby over some worthless shit. So it's not the point of I'm better. It's just that I'm more valuable to be caught in places like that where I know, you know, it's like just the prevention is better than the cure. Why would you put yourself in a situation where you know it can be fucked up? So I guess to piggyback and pass it to you, Chill. How do you feeling about, you know, what we was just saying about, you know, making it home to your kids, or how does it affect you on the outside opposed to somebody being in jail in your family?
Well, again. We gonna keep it real cheap. No, on some real shit though, man. Like, it's all about how you move out here, man. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just about how you move.
Right.
You gotta pay attention to your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be caught slipping out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
'Cause especially if you're in the streets.
Right.
If you're in the streets, man, you just gotta be low key as possible.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Watch who you got around you.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, that's who you gotta make it back home to, our babies, you know.
For sure.
So I just say you just gotta watch your steps.
So, I feel like some people do throw their life away for bullshit, and it's funny because in Detroit, like, we really got rules, and a couple of my rules that I go by, certain gas stations I just don't stop at. Certain places at a certain time of the night I just don't go to.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? This is rules of engagement. This is rule of tactics. Listen, this shit can maybe keep you alive. Listen to me. In a party, don't always be the last motherfucker to leave. If the lights came on, you there too long. I ain't gonna lie.
For real.
If the lights that came the fuck on, you there too long.
Too
Because
long.
I don't give a fuck. Even if you go to the strip club and you blow all your money or whatever, nigga, what else is in there for you, for real?
Right.
Get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? If you hanging with your boys or y'all still good, yada yada, but sometimes it's not even that you scary, it's just to avoid situations, you know what I'm saying? Avoid the contact.
Being aware.
Being the fucking aware. So
Your steps.
let's talk about being aware then.
If I go outside dark, you know, that's not my place to stop at a gas station. I'm gonna be accountable for the actions of if I go in that gas station and it's a man coming up to me with a gun. I went to the gas station without the green light where they can record me or keep me safe. You gotta think 10 toes, like, cause you're not gonna always be in an environment where you got a man or somebody with you. So you gotta make sure you're aware where you going at all times. So what you said, going to different stores, you just don't go to certain places in certain places if you don't know exactly what you getting into.
What you getting into. So I guess I'm gonna ask that same question to you, Ted.
Well, I feel like you can be blind, because you can be blind. People could be blinded to their own ignorance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker won't be accountable for something that they don't think they're doing because they haven't really viewed it from the outside looking in. Looking, you feel me?
Right.
It's like I said, like I ain't gonna lie. Growing up, you know, we was kids, we was silly. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I realized, like, damn, some of the jokes that I used to do to some of my friends were really mean. Even though I necessarily did not mean that type of harm, but when I think about the joke, it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but like, and that's where I had a disagreement with someone before on toxic masculinity.
Right.
Because I feel like when you're a young guy, and you really don't know no better, that's not you being toxic masculine. That's you being childish.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a difference.
It's a difference because, but once you get to the age where you know the power of words, the power of sex, the power of all of these different things where you mixing your spirits up with somebody else, is like, once you realize how deep that really is, then you start to be a little more mature on the whole situation. Now, it's like, you know, sex, you look at somebody, oh damn, she's sexually attractive, but that don't mean she gonna be sexually, like, she gonna make me sexually happy, basically, because we might not connect mentally. That's where I'm at now, and that's why I say, like, when it comes to accountability and holding yourself accountable, that goes for the people you're dealing with, that goes for the people, like me and Bull was talking about last night. If I can't deal with no female that can help, I'm not saying pull me up. I'm already built, but it's always room for extensions on the crib. You feel me? I want a back patio deck now. You feel me? If you could get with a woman that's not gonna stop you from getting it, because it's the difference. You have bills. You have people. People are in your life. You have liabilities and you have assets. You know what I'm saying? if you get with a woman that's a liability, she is not gonna help you build nothing. She gonna break down everything you've built already.
Right.
So I mean, that's what I said. Like, man, when it comes to just knowing yourself personally, yeah, I feel like people do it. People drink every day and be like, I ain't supposed to be drinking, but they still do it. So that's why I say they know better.
They know better.
But so yeah, that's how I feel about that.
So let me ask you too, Wendell. Alright, my nigga, chill. Can a person be self-aware and still be accountable?
Can a person be self-aware and held accountable?
Oh, they're self-accountable.
Hold themselves accountable.
Yeah.
Do people really hold themselves accountable nowadays?
That's a great question too.
That's a great question too.
But
Yeah.
can you answer my question first and then we can answer your question? I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
You can hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
I mean, you should.
But would you consider yourself being self-aware, or you can't be self-aware and still hold yourself accountable? You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like you should still be self-aware, but if not, you should still. I mean, I guess it kind of go hand in hand though, because you got to be self-aware to be able to hold yourself accountable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you really got to sit back and just, like, that's what I was just saying last night. You know what I'm saying? Space. You need that time where you can sit back and you can, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you can evaluate.
Recharge.
Yeah, evaluate. You know what I'm saying? You evaluating your life. You evaluating your day, your week, your month. You know what I'm saying? And you seeing where you could have went this way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus going that way. You know, you gotta just sit back and you just gotta cut everything off.
Yeah.
So self-awareness and then being able to hold yourself accountable. Yeah, you should be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? But you got some people that's out here where they just run around all day. Some people just can't sit still.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they not being aware of what's going on for real because they so busy being on the move or being busy.
So can I say this? Because I feel like at certain points, like you said, we know people that they run around, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes the self-preservation can be a little bit dangerous because some people can be so absorbed within themselves that they don't. I guess self-awareness comes with also being aware of your surroundings or what's around you in proximity. You feel me? Understanding who you dealing with, who you land with, what type of relationship you in, what type of school your kids go to. All these things is a reason of why it's like pieces to the puzzle of life. That's how I take it. You know what I'm saying? My partake on it. So looking at different shit in different stages of life, like you said something that was real key, and I told my lady this one time, like, just think about it. Sometimes people be doing shit, dysfunctional shit for 30, 40 years. So sometimes you might have to give them the grace and space to change it because you got to realize, like, they ain't gonna just change that shit overnight. They've been doing it for so long in their life that it's like, damn, you know. But once you do know, this is the thing. Once you do be educated, now you have no more excuses. We can't make excuses about the bullshit that we used to do, how we used to think, how we used to move. So, like she said, you put yourself in these predicaments, you know what I'm saying? Life has consequences. Everything has a give and take with this shit. And if we don't have a balance on living life and understanding, you know what I'm saying, each other, I feel like, man, all this shit.
You gotta be able to be your own judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to criticize yourself.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and that go with that self-awareness. I guess it all ties in together because, like, again, like, you really just gotta sit and just space yourself out. Like, you got to.
Yeah. And let me say this, man. Like, when I feel like this, man. Like, I don't care, you know, what your religion is, what you believe in. But one thing I know is if you do believe in God and believe in a higher power, and being aware is being able to hear when you're getting messages. You feel me? And some of those messages could be life-changing messages. So it starts with on the spiritual side, as I mean, you know what I'm saying, once you get to a certain point and path in your journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, I sometimes, like, I've been broken down before, like at my bottom in my mental, and crying, like literally crocodile tears. And I look up and on the TV it's like focus.
Yeah.
That was a sign.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what
That
I'm
was
saying?
real shit.
No, but
was
it's a
sign.
pivot thing that happens.
You know. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a thing that happens though, but people don't tap into them.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Identifying who you are and understanding what you about.
To be honest with you, a lot of us don't know who it really is for real.
Yeah.
You know,
But
a lot of
that's
us
taking the time though.
But a lot of us ain't never really been through nothing to really know who we really is. You know what I'm saying? That tie into going back to being to yourself.
To be in yourself. Can I say something real quick? And I'm going to give it back. Because I wanted D to go back on what he was saying too. Or Ted, what he was saying, because that shit was real. About getting the message. Sometimes the message can come from anything or anybody. And then, you know what some people do? This real shit. Some people say this, they'll get a message from somebody and they be like, oh, but this motherfucker fucked up, or this motherfucker, it don't matter. How the message is perceived, it was for you. It's sometimes I'll sit back and I'll be like, well, damn, why did I hear this? Why did I see this? Why did I meet this person? You understand what I'm saying?
And depending on where the message is coming from.
Exactly.
It really do. That plays an impact, because sometimes y'all brothers can sit here and talk to me all day till I'm blue in my face, but if I don't believe what you're saying or understand or relate to what you're saying, I won't understand you.
But I guess that's what I was saying, like, not to say that you feel like that, but I feel like that's kind of be the problem in the community, because say for instance, we and you may be at odds, but you might come tell me some shit and it's some real shit. Some people be like, oh, they disregard the message because they look at the messenger. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like at certain points, we have to start looking at the message and stop judging the people, because we all flawed, we all do shit. Just because a motherfucker don't know that you a cheater, you know you a cheater. Just because a motherfucker don't know you a liar, you know you a liar. So it's just like, you know, how you feel about that shit, dog?
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like you said, accountability. If people that are liars don't like to hold themselves accountable, you know what I'm saying? Or they just want to be right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Is them the only type of liars? They either trying to lie to stay out of trouble, or they trying to lie to
fit in,
or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but like, and that's what I mean. Like, you gotta be real with your, like, for me, me personally, I don't really fit in with like liars, because liars try to put you in situations where you gotta lie. They be like, remember that time when we was at the bar? And you be like,
no, we wasn't.
This your peoples, and you in front of some people that you don't know because you with them. You be like, hey.
Be having you sitting there, damn, what the fuck is
right?
What the fuck are you talking about, right?
You sitting there, you gotta ask him later, like, man, you probably forgot. I think it was with somebody else.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That ain't the energy you was giving in there. So, you know, that's what I mean. That's just...
Man, so I guess to pivot into the conversation, and if you tuned in to Free Nights and Weekends, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. We're going to keep giving heavy content. So my question is, why do, and I want this real shit, man, don't bullshit me, girlfriend talk. When y'all sit amongst each other as ladies and y'all talk that shit, because women always say, oh, nigga ain't shit, but they be picking the fucked up hood niggas, all the niggas with the money. Why do they not pick the good guys, the guys that's maybe don't have a little style, but he classy, he got his shit together, but at the same time, he like a little... Yeah, he got a basically a 9 to 5. He a regular type of guy. Like they might have went out with him and they like, you know what? But he ain't hitting on shit though.
Okay. Let's see. That's a tough one, because most women don't like soft 9 to 5 guys, because you don't got the time to tap into the woman. You ain't got the time to sit around and tend to her needs outside of just providing for her. So some women don't like soft guys or 9 to 5 going guys, or guys who may be a little corny and a lot boring. They don't like that because that's not what women want to do. They want to be out. They want to be shown. They want to have fun. They want to go on dates. They want to feel beautiful. That's your love language that you giving them. So I mean, it depends on what type of woman you dealing with, though.
How much time is the street nigga giving her though?
I'm sorry?
How much time is the street nigga giving her though?
Okay, but see with a street nigga, okay, so for a street nigga, most of the time he has time. Wanna know why he got time? Cause he's able to maneuver around and go to different places, and if she call, he on the Johnny on the spot. That 9 to 5 man, he gotta tell you like, bro, my boss, this going on, I gotta keep this job to provide, etc. So what room you in there to
What if
do?
the nigga on the road?
I mean, it depends on what type of woman you dealing with, though. Because if you a woman out here that just don't like nice guys because you didn't experience things or you didn't went through certain stuff, it all depends.
So can I say this? Can I put it into a better context to
Yeah.
build off it like this then, right? Say for instance, a guy, he's never been in the streets, never sold dope. He works as a motherfucking a dentist, or he's just a nice little job. He makes $70,000, $80,000 a year. He makes good, nice little comfortable money. But he corny, like you said, he a little bit boring. Why don't women go for that type of guy opposed to the exciting nigga that they know that's a cheater, that they know that's all this shit that's really, maybe like we say, not all the way built?
But let me tell you
But outside of all of that, sorry, what is this man giving me outside of that? You know what I'm saying? Where you tapping into my head? How are you teaching me or giving me love or care or time out? Or even some men don't even step up to do things. Like a woman would have to be the one who tell you to go on a date. The men ain't doing that no more. This a whole different generation we laying down with. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing more than they have to for nobody. So you got to think about that too. I don't know what you was about to say.
But it's not only it's 9 to 5 guys that's not like, you know what I'm saying, that can do that certain stuff.
Yeah.
They time is just limited versus a street nigga. And I feel like even being a street nigga and you on the streets,
Yeah.
you still moving, you know what I'm saying? So you don't really got time to really sit down and give her time, you know what I'm saying? They just lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? They living for the moment, what they can get. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about the nigga giving them time for real. They might cry about that just to, you know what I'm saying, put an act on, but for real, they ain't really caring about, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just, the nigga up right now, the nigga got some money, he's spoiling me, you know, I can call him if I need something, then, you know what I'm saying? That's what it really is,
But,
for real.
and see, I feel like this, dog. When a female, I look at it like this, man. How old is this woman? Is she in her 20s, or is she in her 30s, she in her 40s? Because like I said, I don't care which angle you look at it, accountability. Like I said,
Like
if you motherfucking, listen, like I said, in my 20s, I've then chose the people who, it was sexual, you feel me? But then I got to an age where I realized how I was altering their brains to where they was really liking me. And I was like, I mean, I really like you as a friend. You know what I'm saying? You my homegirl, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, so, that's how I was.
And me too. So it was like, I was sexually driven. But sexually driven is not what's going to make you grow. You know what I'm saying? You could grow a bigger family, but it's not going to necessarily grow you, because the thing is, we want to get to our highest selves. Right. You know what I'm saying? That is our whole thing. And our highest selves is our highest self that is the closest to God. I feel like that's when we really be able to hear them messages.
You know what
I'm saying?
I wanted to speak on something real quick before I forgot my train of thought, dog, because when she said and you said and y'all agree, right, about the generation, and it's the energy and accountability. And me personally, I really want to speak on a generational thing, right?
Yes.
The men of today, I figure what I've known and what I watched in my study, the niggas in the back in the day, they had more so of a mission. The civil rights movement, they knew that they had to stick together. The shit was like dire need, dire necessity. So they threw in all these little crack laws, did all this shit to take them out the house. But today, the men, they be like, I'm gonna get the money. Okay, get the money. Then what, nigga?
Yes.
What
They're
the
not
fuck?
properly leading.
Right. So what's the plan behind this shit? So
What we about to do with this money?
that's right. Exactly.
How you about to put me in a position where I gotta be the woman?
Exactly.
You can't be out here saying that you a man and you want a woman who gonna deal with you being boring, don't take her nowhere, don't get her no dates,
Yeah.
and you want me to cook for you, clean for you, and you want me to work full time?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
So what time is it?
Yeah, you're right.
And
What
that's
time
crazy,
is it?
Because like you said, sometimes a female, now listen, there are situations where a female is with the dude who got the money.
You feel
That's
me?
who she with. But she go hang out with the lame nigga because he's lame, but he makes her happy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel
She
me?
has fun with this quote unquote lame nigga to the world.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's flippant.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's about your energy.
Yeah.
It's about who makes you happy.
Yeah.
If you call somebody on a regular day basis and they don't really connect with your energy and your path, it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm chilling today.
Right.
I'm chilling today. But it's somebody that's like, hey, they turn your light on. You're like, I'm about to get dressed. You know what I'm saying?
So let's look at it from this perspective, because we just touched on the men shit, so everybody kind of agree on the man point of view. And so from the woman's point of view, in my opinion, because I'm not a woman, but how women deal with shit nowadays, we talking about this generation. So we said with granddaddy and them niggas had a mission. I feel like today's generation, the women feel like grandma really was weak. They feel like grandma being there for her husband, they feel like he didn't have a wife. In my opinion,
That's your opinion.
this is my opinion.
Go ahead.
I feel like they feel like, yes, because they don't want to be married. These women don't want to be. They don't want. Listen, they feel like, listen, I make money, nigga. You can't tell me what the fuck to do. So it's no balance of checking in. It's no, even like you said, a man's supposed to be submissive to his wife too in a certain instance. But a woman, sometimes these women, when I read on the Facebook post, it's like they're feeling entitled and they like, okay, it's 10 niggas in my inbox. It's 20 niggas in my inbox. Yeah. So they always thinking, like last night conversation, they always thinking that the grass is greener on the other side if they not, like Dog said, if we start with spirituality, being mature. A woman gonna run amok, she knows she can fuck 1,000 niggas. Come on now. Let's be realistic. Us as men can't go out and just, we have to put time into it. If your ass don't got no fucking resources, if you're not built, you're not fucking as many bitches. Or you not fucking the quality of the bitches that you want to fuck. Let's just keep it G shit.
If you ain't built, I would say, if you ain't built,
You must be built.
You must be fucking built. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at the shit. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else want to chime on far as the women's side on how y'all look at how women in this generation act?
To piggyback on you saying the women feel like the grandmas was weak. No, I don't see that. Because I grew up with a grandmother who didn't cook. That's out the norm. My grandfather cooked. He did his daughter's hair. You get what I'm saying? He was a submissive man to his woman. That's not the part that women don't. We want leaders. My grandfather was a leader. Although he had to help his wife out, he still went out and worked. And brought knowledge. Taught you something, did something. It's different now. The generations is different. Ain't nobody listening to nobody. Don't nobody want to hear nobody. If a woman talking, or she a little bit too aggressive, or she this or that, they think we mad. They think we angry. We ain't angry. We mad that y'all ain't leading us properly.
Can I say something? Can I ask you a question to little pushback? With leaders, you need followers.
Correct.
So how can you lead anything if the followers is rebelling?
Well,
that's deep.
I mean, that's deep.
Because like a preacher, he needs his congregation to be a
I feel
preacher.
like I went through that.
I feel like we all go through that. But like as a leader, like me being the oldest, I can only speak for myself, right? I'm the oldest of all my grandparents' grandchildren, so I consider myself a leader. So I gotta hold myself accountable for a lot of stuff out here. I can't be out here being slutted out. I can't be out here being, you know, in the middle of a crowd with people getting caught with drugs or doing crazy things. I represent a family. I represent people when I go outside. I represent you. I represent my kids. So I move different.
So let me ask you this real quick. We're gonna tennis ball this shit right here. So listen to this, right? although you are the leader, and we know as humans we are infallible, we make fucking mistakes.
Yeah.
So this is where I agree when everybody say about accountability. You can do something to your best of capability, but you fucked up. And then, so that's like people saying like, oh yeah, we should blame you because you wasn't a good leader in this aspect.
Right.
When it's like, nah, you have a part to play in it too. So that's what I'm saying. As
Right.
us as men, as us being the leaders, a man can do his pivotal role, do certain shit, come and try to do certain shit. Why is it now that I'm asking, the women feel like, nigga, I'm a rebel. I don't really have to listen to you. I'm not going by your rules.
I mean, because a lot of men are putting themselves in positions where they not putting their foot down with these women. It's your job to do that. It's your job to make your woman respect you.